Computer resources on the Stevens campus. It's nice to know when you're going to use something, where it is, and when it's available. And we're going to try and give you a very brief introduction to all that so you can sort of get a feel for where things are. Schedules change over the years, so you're going to have to go to the doors and sort of look there. But anyway, classroom computers. In a couple classrooms in the Miller building, actually two, one on the second floor and one on the third floor, there are computers at each of the desks. These are used for English, AutoCAD, and CIS classes. But when these classes aren't in session, a lot of times you can stop in there and use these computers that are there. You'll need a USB drive. You can't save files to the hard drives, so make sure you buy a good USB drive for your time at Stevens and don't lose it. Also, in many of the vocational majors, there's computers now. Some, such as architecture, business administration, CAD, CNSA graphics, and MET, have computers in front of the student because that's what you do when you're going to work anyway. So you'll have access to computers every day. Other areas, in the lab areas of electrical, electronics, and HVAC, they have a number of computers, maybe not one for each person, but once again, they're available for you every day. Other areas, there are computers for specific needs like automotive, machine and metals fab, and welding technology. Otherwise, you're going to have to use some of the common areas, and there are a few. We call them open labs. The LRC definitely has a number of computers in their area where you can go in at any time the LRC is open and use their computers. As we mentioned, the Miller classrooms, and they are building a new lab this summer in Crater first floor area, and I'm not sure what the availability will be, but it looks like there's about 20 or 25 computers in there that are going to be available for lab use and work in the evening. So, and obviously if you bring your own computer, put it on the network in the dorm room, you're going to have access there also. The network, that's the cable that runs around and lets you do all kinds of things such as printing and get on the internet. We have that in some of the classrooms. We have it in many of the vocational labs, and the network is in every building, even in the branch campus as they're building it and doing it. Wi-Fi access, probably not as much as you want. Wi-Fi access is in the Mac area. And it has limited outside range in the Miller building, and I've already seen people sit in the picnic area outside the Miller building and be using Wi-Fi access. And the Crater building in the second floor, where electronics and CNSA are, definitely have that whole entire area covered. Wi-Fi access would let you bring your laptop in from home, and it also will let you use the network for your cell phone connection so that you're not running up your usage. Stevens Intranet is a site that they created to try and gather things together where you could find answers, see how Wi-Fi works, figure out how you get connected to it, see what the password is, the school calendar, all kinds of things are there. The intranet's very easy to access from school. It's the intranet, so you can only access it from school. But when you bring up a web browser on a PC that's connected to the internet, Stevens is the internet site comes up by default. You also can get to that site anytime by just typing Stevens in the address box for the browser.